Okay, welcome to morning yoga. We're going to move and breathe and do a meditation at the end. And I'll invite you to start on your back, soles of the feet together, knees wide. And the closer the feet, the heels are to the groin, the more intense. The further away, the less intense. But you listen to your body and know what is best for you. As usual, permission to override me at any point. And just give me a thumbs up if my voice and the music is like a good balance. Thank you. Lying on your back, you probably were in bed not that long ago, perhaps, unless you're watching this later. And take 3 cleansing breaths. So breathing in through the nose, filling up, and then exhale, let out a sigh. And again, expand, fill up. Bringing oxygen into the cells, into the body, and then giving that away as you exhale. And now breathing in and out through the nose. Notice where your hands want to go, if they want to rest on your belly, on your sides, maybe on your inner thighs to give more of a stretch there. And we'll do 4, 7, 8 breathing. So this breathing will help to calm the nervous system, help to ground us even more, and just prepare for our movements and breathing together. And it includes inhaling for a count of 4, pausing for a count of 7, and exhaling for a count of 8. And go at your pace. So you may be counting faster than me, or you may be doing something more like a 3, 5, 6, but really wanting to double that exhale. So here we go. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Take in, 2, 3, 4. Stillness, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Empty out, let go, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So just go at your own pace here and receive the breath. Receive the earth supporting you as you allow your muscles and bones to just melt and let that tension to drain out, and just notice how you're arriving.
I know myself, I am enough. I see myself in joy
And do one more
and
round of that
love.
controlled breath,
I
that 4,
know
7, 8 relaxing breath.
myself, I am enough. I see myself in joy and love. I
And then releasing
know
all control of the breath
myself, I
and just receiving
am
these words,
enough. I
scanning the body,
see
just being here now, just
myself
noticing and
in
allowing whatever needs to
joy
arise,
and
whatever you need
love.
to receive to
I
happen. Nothing
know
to do. We're just being. We're
myself,
human
I
beings.
am enough. I see myself in joy and love. I know myself, I am enough. I see myself in joy and love. I know myself, I am enough.
See if you can surrender
I
a little more
see
into this moment. Let
myself
yourself just
in
sink and spread.
joy
Take up as much
and
space as you
love.
can on the earth.
I
Just
know
relaxing, opening.
myself, I am enough. I see
And slowly take your hands to the outside of the knees. Bring the knees together. Stand the feet up, hip width distance apart. Press into the feet. Have your arms be long. Press into the palms and just inhale. Use your glutes. Use your strong legs to lift up, open up, and just stay here in this gentle bridge here and just breathe. And let's come back to that breath. So in this pose, allow the belly to expand and then the ribs, and feel your heart reaching towards your chin. And as you exhale, exhale in the reverse and let your tailbone reach between the knees as you really hollow out the belly, tuck the tail a little bit. So you're just holding this bridge here and breathing belly, ribs, collarbones. It's going to feel a little different. And exhale in the reverse. Now let's add our arms. So inhale, reach the arms up and back. They can rest on the ground. And exhale, bring the hands down to the earth as you're squeezing out, as your tailbone's reaching between the knees. You press your hands into the earth. You can even actively press them down. Inhale, lift the arms up. And maybe it's like you're moving them through peanut butter. So you're just having to use your muscles and moving nice and slow with the breath. And then exhale, press the hands down. You can even imagine squeezing a block between the knees. We'll do a couple more with the breath. Keeping that bridge pose, opening up the front of the hips. And next time you're bringing the hands down, also let the spine come all the way down. Let it rest, release all control. Heel toe of the feet wider than the hips. And let your knees windshield wiper side to side. And then let's add the breath here. So inhale, let the legs come up, take them as wide as you can. Exhale, let the knees go to the right. If you want a little more, take the outside of the right foot to the outside of the left knee. You can even turn your head to the left if you want. You can goal post your arms or take them out into a T. And just settle in here for a few breaths. If you want a little more, your left hand can find your left foot and you can add in a quad stretch here. If that makes you feel like too much of a pretzel this morning, that's okay. And think about pressing the hips forward and down. And just notice where you're feeling the greatest sensation, where that stretches. You have your foot released. If your other foot's on your knee, slide it off. Inhale, come back to center, realign your pelvis. Windshield wiper it out a couple times. You can go fast, you can go slow. And then take your knees over to the other side. So the wider the feet are, the deeper you're gonna get into this twist. You can stay right there. Take the outside of the left foot to the top of the right knee. So you're putting that little pressure there, right? You can feel your IT band. You can feel the outside of the right hip potentially. And then press your hip forward and down. Let your head turn to the right. Keep those arms in goal post or add that quad stretch. So find the shape and then just stay in it. This should be opening up your low back, your chest, your neck. And where is that Dirga Pranayama? So that's that 3-part belly, ribs, collarbones, and then exhale in the reverse. You can even add that ocean sounding breath if you'd like. So where you're just using the throat muscles to breathe in and out, like fogging up a mirror. And if that's not where you're at, that's okay too. The next exhale, release any holding, or if your foot's on your knee, inhale, come back to center, realign your pelvis. And then bring the knees into the chest and just gently rock side to side. Just notice the opening that could have happened there in the low back. Let's make some circles with the knees, one direction and the other. And let's go for a gentle happy baby. So take your hands, maybe you find your feet, maybe you're just holding onto your ankles like me. And then take the elbows to press the knees apart. Make some circles with your feet. You can stay static, or you can go make it more dynamic, where you drop to one side. So you're just rolling, happy baby pose. I can feel my waist getting massaged. Kind of doing a little self massage. You can also keep your feet down and just hold like below your knees. And actually, let's do that now. So let's let go of the happy baby and just keep your knees wide. Let your feet just flop down towards your butt and take your hands below your knees and just rock side to side, opening your knees with your hands. And you can even kind of roll on your pelvis a little bit. See if you can give yourself a massage to that goodness on the outside of the hips. Giving yourself a massage, you can bring the knees into the chest and take them out. So just kind of rocking and rolling side to side. And then let's bring the knees together and start to rock and roll forward and back. Poor man's massage. Maybe your feet come all the way over. And maybe you want to hang out in a plow for a moment where you just let your feet come all the way over. Knees can be bent. Arms are long on the mat. You can release that and come back to your rocking and rolling. So in my 10 habits program right now, we're working on self-massage and how that stimulates the lymph. It brings you into your body. It's a form of self-love. So we're just doing this massage here. And then eventually we're going to rock up to table. So if you're liking this movement here, you can press your hands into your shins, forcefully cross your ankles and come all the way up to hands and knees. Or you could have gone onto your side and done that. Let's feel into our table and let's go into our cat-cow. So as you inhale, let the belly drop, look up, let your tailbone tip up. Bring your heart forward and then exhale, tuck the tail round into yourself. Feel those vertebrae come apart on the top. And then inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And get creative here. Get free here. You can flip your wrist on one side and do that. Make it more flowy. Maybe instead of that cat-cow, you want to do more of circles with your hips. Just see what your body wants to do with this goal of finding more space in your spine, more movement, and just releasing any stuck energy. So even when we think about health versus disease, disease would be stagnation and stuck energy, places where we're tight or where we're jammed up. And then I want us all to stir our pot. So to stir your pot, you're on your hands and knees, and you're gonna take your hips and you're gonna just like stir. It's like you're stirring your pot. So you're making these circles with your pelvis. And notice what your breath wants to do. You can go fast, but look we're just getting all this stuck hip stuff moving around, and then switch directions. It can be really awkward if it's kind of like I'm tucking. It's sort of like this cat-cow with circular, and it's mainly in your hips. Yes. Awesome. Let that go. Let's bring the knees together. So squeeze the knees together and then drop your hips to the right as you look over your left shoulder. Inhale back to center. Drop your hips to the left as you look over your right shoulder. Do that a couple times. I feel a stretch in the low back. It feels really good to me. Stay strong through the arms. Come back to center. Tuck the toes. Send your hips to the heavens. Downward facing dog. Gaze at your thighs. And then bend your right knee and hold it there. Bend your right knee and then breathe into the other leg. And then switch that. So bend really, and see if when you're bending into the left knee, maybe your right heel comes all the way down. Breathe. Keep pressing away from the heel of the hand. Feeling strong there. And now bend both knees deeply. Lift your heels up. Press away from the heel of the hands and send your butt high to the heavens. Press away from the heel of the hands. Lift your butt high, high, high. Get sassy in your butt. And then exhale, let those heels come all the way down. Gaze at your thighs. Feel the opening in the shoulders as you press your belly, your chest closer to your thighs. So even like bounce a little bit. So you're just like trying to press your chest back, and then even gaze at your belly button here. And let's breathe. This is where we're balancing our hormones. And if you need to come into half dog, so that would be just having your knees down, that's okay too. We're listening to our bodies here. Do 5 more breaths here. Finding stillness. Let your head shake. Yes and no, just let it, your head traction down, and breathe. Keep pressing away from the heel of the hands. Keep sending your hips high. Press into the knuckles, the base of the fingers, and then let's exhale, squeeze out the breath, look forward, and slowly walk your feet forward in between your hands, taking a rag doll here. Bend your knees as much as you need to. In fact, try to get the belly even onto the knees, and then try straightening the legs. And we're compressing that middle part of ourselves. Our bellies is so good for our digestion. We're restricting the blood flow there. Just fold yourself in half. You can even take your hands between your legs and like squeeze yourself in half. Shift your weight into the balls of the feet. And then let's try bending the right knee deeply again, keeping that left leg as straight as is comfortable. Shake your head yes, shake it no. Just breathe there for a little bit. And the whole time you're letting your spine like traction. So you're folding deeper in half. You're letting gravity work here, calming your nervous system. You find tension in the jaw or the neck, just shake your head. And let's go to the other side. I don't know about you, but this is pretty intense for me. Bend the left knee, straighten the right leg, and just find stillness. And where's your breath? I was just holding my breath there. Let that go. Let's take our hands and creep them over to the right as much as you want to, just for a twist here. So you're just kind of creeping your hands over to the right and back. And then come back to center, over to the left. You control how far you're twisting here. Let's do that again, but this time let's actually stay center. Keep the left hand down and inhale your right arm up. So now we're opening our chest more, opening our wings. Press into that left hand, reach through the fingertips, and look at your right fingertips. It's okay for your neck. Try to straighten that right leg. Left knee's gonna bend as much as you need to. This is where if you have like a block or a book, that could be helpful. Breathe in and then exhale, other side. Right hand's down. Straightening that left leg, right knee bends, and really spiral your chest up to the heavens. So we're opening the chest, hug that belly in so you can get more of a twist. And then exhale down, let it go. Inhale, half lift. Here's our half lift. Stay here for a moment. Notice that this is a spinal extension. So you have a bit of this cow spine. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, slide them down towards your pockets, like you have invisible pockets. Spread your sit bones wide, reach them away. If you want to add a little more of a challenge on that low core, take your arms out to the side, airplane wings. We're holding here, but we're still breathing. Stay here and imagine yourself pulling yourself apart, north, south, east, west. Feel your strength. Squeeze the arm muscles to the arm bones if you have your arms out. Squeeze the fingers together. Feel the energy here, even bouncing your legs a little bit. Just feel the length there. And then inhale, stay here, expand. Exhale, fold. Let's do that 3 more times. Inhale, expand, half lift. Exhale, fold in, let the head go. Inhale, expand, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Let it go. If you want a ragdoll here, you can take your hands into the cricks of the elbows, the comfortable way and then the awkward way. And then let's press into the 4 corners of the feet and slowly round up 1 vertebra at a time, coming all the way up to standing. Head and neck are the last to come. Whew, we made it. Okie dokie. Let's do some sun salutations. And I'm gonna play, I've been really into Trevor Hall lately. Hopefully Facebook doesn't cut me off because of my music, but that's okay. Those are here live. We'll get to hear it. So come to the top of the mat in your mountain pose. We can hear the music, hopefully. Okay. And we're going to do 3 half sun salutations and then go into our full sun salutation. So greeting the sun, building heat from within, using that solar energy. Inhale, reach the arms out and up, look up. Exhale, bow down, swan dive, look down, let your head drop, fold yourself in half. Inhale, half lift, peek forward, feel your cow spine. Exhale, fold into yourself, round, 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 shift the weight forward, hollow out the belly. Inhale, root to rise again, maybe a little back bend here or big back bend. Exhale, reset, 2 more. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, dive, touch the earth. Inhale, half lift, squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale, bow again. Inhale, all the way up, 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 maybe a little back bend. Exhale, prayer. Again, reach, touch the sky. Breathe in, bow, touch the earth. Half lift, look forward, bow. Root and rise, open up front body, lean back. Press palms together, reset. Adding on, you can continue with those half sun salutations if you want, otherwise we're going full. Inhale, touch sky, exhale, touch earth. Half lift, exhale, plant your hands. Come slightly forward, breathe in. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, lift your chest up and away. Find your back bend, cobra or upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. Empty completely, bend the knees, look forward, step, walk, or jump feet forward. Inhale, half lift, exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, back bend if you like. Exhale, reset. Inhale, reach, touch the sky. Exhale, touch the earth. Half lift, plant your hands. We're adding an extra breath to come forward. Exhale, use that full exhale, halfway or all the way. Inhale, find your back bend. Exhale, hips to the heavens. Keep that belly in. 5 breaths. 1. Gaze and find your belly button. 2. Press away from the heel of the hand. Send your butt high. 3. Okay, if knees are a little bent. 4. And 5. Squeeze out, look forward, step, walk, jump, feet forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, root to rise all the way up, 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 back bend. Press palms together. Exhale, prayer hands. 3 more times, just like that. Use your breath, use the music. You can add on, you can take away. This is your chance to move and breathe this morning. If you want to sit down and do some different stretches, that's okay.
Clap now for the jubilation. Look at all that light you making. Send it out, no reservation. Like a river, we let it flow. Still hot like a volcano. Mother Earth still got my soul. In the hot, in the cold, in the rain, in the snow. Halo, wish on a butterfly wing. Take that crown, put it on that king. Sing like a child, no care for opinion. Real love across our dominion. Oh, so bountiful. Pull it back and let it go. Like ocean wave, we're powerful. Constellation,
slow and strong.
This love still hold true. Now what you gonna do? I won't give up.
Moving meditation, moving your breath with your body. One breath, one movement. You decide.
I won't give up on you. I won't give up on you. I won't give up on you. Yeah. Set up, set up, set up, set up my love.
Do one more sun salutation if that's what's serving you.
I stand up, gap on my hands up, root down strong like Mount Akea. In the ocean, hold emotion, ride that flow. I see you later. In the park of Shangri-La, I see my mom, she's standing holy. All those
And we'll meet in
colors
downward
filled with
facing
glory.
dog
Open up and hear the
or
story.
child's pose, and come down to your knees, take them wide, bring the big toes together, and just allow for integration of the movement and the breath and the experience so far. Just noticing any shifts in your body from this practice. And slowly rising up if you're in a child's pose, and then looking forward, stepping the feet to the top of the mat, coming into a forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold in again. And then root to rise all the way up, 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 up to standing. And for my friends who are in Georgia and live right now, just take a moment to look out the window if you can at this gorgeous, gorgeous sunrise. Oh my gosh. It is like a bright orange, pink, purple. We'll get into our hips a little bit more, and we'll do one more flow, and then I'll bring us down to the earth. But do you guys see that amazing sunrise? Oh my God. And no matter where you are, what time it is right now, just look outside and find something green or blue and just focus on it for 1 minute and just breathe in the beauty of it, whatever it is, or look at the bright sky, sunrise. Yeah. And then standing at the top of the mat, inhale, reach the arms up, keep them shoulder width distance apart, keep your feet hip width distance apart, and then bend your knees and reach for a chair behind you. So we're squatting down, Utkatasana, and really try to feel all the goodness. I've been seeing a lot of people today who are like afraid to get in their butt. They leave they're using their quads. I even saw a lady running and she just wasn't like in her butt. So really feel that butt and even bounce a little bit. Get into your glutes, weight in the heels. And maybe this is just newer for you, or if you've had babies, which turns off your glutes, you haven't turned them back on, we want to turn them on. So sink back, breathe in, lift the heart up, look up. If your shoulders need to be, arms needs to be parallel, or even prayer hand, that's okay. Let's do 5 more breaths right here. Feel your glutes, you can bounce a little bit. On the next inhale, straighten up, reach up, little back bend if you want, opening up. Exhale, bring your hands to prayer. Let's do that one more time. Let's sit back into our chair. Inhale the arms up, and this time we're gonna twist, so you can drop your left arm down and back and twist and open your chest. We're adding a twist into this chair. I'm kind of in more of a bar stool right now. I'm pretty high, right? You can go lower, you decide, but then open your wings. See if you can find those left fingertips with your eyes. And then inhale, come back to center, sink a little lower. Exhale, drop right arm down and back. Make sure your palms are opening to the right. Inhale, come back to center, back to center. Exhale, sink. Inhale, straighten up, lean back, open up if you'd like, back bend. Exhale, let's bow down, touch the earth. Inhale, half lift. And then plant your hands and step the left foot way back. Lunge into your right knee. Your back foot is down at an angle, and then rise your arms and your torso up. So you're finding yourself in Warrior One, Virabhadrasana 1. Feel that right hip moving back, left hip moving forward. Breathe here. Feel the inner thigh stretching, maybe press into the outside of the back foot. Look up. Exhale, bring your hands to prayer. Straighten your front leg. Turn out those left toes and then begin to lunge into that left side. So we're doing this like ninja squat. And try to get your left glute as close to your left foot as possible. So we're gonna be at different levels here depending on how our hips are and how we're doing. But you wanna get your hips low and keep your heart lifted. We're getting into these glutes, Skandasana. Feel the strength of this left leg supporting you, whoa. And then inhale, come back to center, swivel around facing the top of the mat. Pick up your back heel, so now you're in like a low crescent, and then reach your arms forward, thunderbolts. Feel your core working here. Let the shoulders slide down, so shoulders pulling down, and then we're reaching through the fingertips. And then turn your palms forward, and it's like you're pressing through peanut butter. Press the arms back. Inhale, bring them forward, palms facing each other. Exhale, press palms facing up and back. Inhale, come forward. One more time, back, stay strong in your legs. Stretch them out apart like taffy, and then reach those arms forward, let the hips press back down, let your heart lift, breathe in. Exhale, look down, plant your hands, framing that front foot. You can either take a vinyasa or step the feet together. So a vinyasa would be to let that right foot come back. Inhale, come forward, exhale, lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, hips to the heavens. And then exhale, step forward. So we're meeting in this forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Let that right foot step back. We're going to the other side. Lunge into the left knee. Get low here. And then rise your arms up. Press into the outside of the back foot to drive a deeper lunge in that knee. Notice the hips, we're getting into hips here. Let's add a back bend this time. So inhale, lengthen, look up. Exhale, goalpost, or you can even interlace fingers, squeeze the heel of the hands together. Inhale, rise our arms back up. Exhale, press palms together, bring them to prayer. Straighten that front leg. Turn your right toes out and begin to lunge into the right side, ninja squat, or in Sanskrit we say Skandasana. That right hip is trying to get lower to the right foot. Breathe here. If you need to take your hands onto the earth, you can do that. You're kind of a little bit higher, that's okay. We'll have a chance to get it lower. And then on the next inhale, we're coming forward. We're swiveling around. Pick up your back heel. Reach those arms forward. Thunderbolt on this side. Stretch them out apart like taffy. Really reach through your back right heel and reach through the fingertips. Shoulder blades are sliding down. Breathe here. If you need to drop your back knee, that's okay. Otherwise, we're right here. Turn the palms forward and let's press back as we exhale. Inhale, reach forward. Stretch yourself even more. Whoa. Exhale, press back. Inhale, reach forward. 2 more. You got this. Feel your strong legs. Then we're reaching forward, stretch, 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 lunge, 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 lift your heart, look up for a moment, and then exhale, look down. You can either take that vinyasa or step your foot forward into a forward fold. You get to decide. Find your breath. We're gonna go through that with a flow, okay? We're gonna go through it with a flow. From your forward fold, inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Step the left foot back. Lunge and rise up, Warrior One. Exhale, Skandasana. Inhale, thunderbolt. We're moving fast now. Exhale, plant your hands, either step the feet together and fold, or take that vinyasa. You can float your back leg. We meet at the top of the mat, half lift. Plant the hands, other leg is back, right leg is back. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, skandasana. Inhale, reach forward, thunderbolt, stretch yourself. Exhale, either step the foot forward, or if you're wanting to get some cardio and upper body strength, do your flow. So we'll just move through that. Your breath. Notice you're rising for your warrior one. You're lunging for your warrior or your skandasana. You're inhaling thunderbolt, and you're folding in or taking your vinyasa. So I'd like you to use that pattern and do what you would like with it. You can add on, take away. I'll let the music come up a little bit here. And we'll go do this for a couple minutes. And maybe what serves you is meditating. But just notice what needs to grow, what needs to release as we're getting into our body, into our breath even more. As you feel complete there, coming into a child's pose. Or you can find stillness in down dog. From your child's pose or your down dog, inhale, come on up to hands and knees. Inhale your right arm high, follow it with your eyes. Exhale, thread that needle. Place the right shoulder, right side of the head on the earth. I like to slide my left hand down and just spiral my chest up to the heavens, feeling my heart, my chest open. And stay here. Reach your arm up. Bend the elbow, take a bind. Then also extend that left leg out to open through the hips a little bit. out 45 degrees, or even it can come straight back. Find that creates space in my low back. You get to decide. I just breathe here. And this Sanskrit word ananda is bliss. When all parts of you are at peace and expansion, all is well. 3 more breaths. And just notice your breath. Notice in the belly, and then the ribs are expanding even in this twist here. If your left arm is bound, reach it up, plant it down, press into the left hand to release. Let's come back to table and go right into an extension, right into cow, some cat. Just noticing the spine. And we'll do that on the other side. Inhale, right arm, or whichever side. Nope, left arm. Open, open, feel the chest open, and then thread the needle. Same expression here, so you can reach your right arm up, take that bind, extend your right leg straight back or out to the side, hover it. You might fall over, that's okay. Three more breaths here. If your right arm is bound, reach it up. Inhale, exhale, plant your right hand down. Press up to hands and knees. Align yourself as you need to. Go right into that cow. Tuck into that cat. And then let's come into a plank here. Knees can be up or down. I remember reading some time ago, holding a plank for a minute every day just increases your longevity. It makes sense. Use your breath here. See if you can make yourself narrower. So just pull everything into your midline. Your head's dropping. Let your ears be in line with your shoulders. Notice where the mind goes when things get edgy, and just stay at that edge. And the next inhale, come slightly forward from your wrists. Exhale, squeeze those elbows, and we're lowering all the way down. Slow, 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 slow. Point the toes, press into the tops of the feet, hollow out the low belly. Inhale the head forward and up, lifting the chest up, looking up, pressing up into a cobra here. You go as high as you want. Exhale, let the belly, the ribs, the forehead come down, and then let the toes reach back and up. So lift the legs up, lift the legs up. It's like this lower body locust. Legs descend as the top half of you ascends, lifting forward and up. Maybe you come a little higher. We're doing this rocking cobra. As you exhale, forehead comes down, legs reach back and up. Do this 4 more times. Rocking cobra. With that inhale, rise the top half of you, open your chest, you look up. Exhale, feet reach and rise, legs lift up, lifting all the way up to those hip creases, all the way to your pelvis. 2 more. And then 1 more, lifting the front half of you. This time as you exhale, keep your legs down, and inhale, press back into your hands and knees and right into your cow again, and then your cat. Go gingerly here. Just notice that now there's more space between your shoulders and your hips because your spine got longer. And I'm just going to circle out my wrists a little bit. And then look forward, step the feet between the hands. Take a half lift, exhale, fold in, inhale, root to rise all the way up, 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 nice and slow, nice and slow. Exhale, release down. And we'll do balancing, just a couple balancing poses before we come down to the mat to close, and then we'll end with a meditation. And I'm gonna just switch this music here. So shift all your weight into your left foot. You can take your hands on your hips, squeeze those elbows together, pop your chest. Inhale, fly, allow your right leg to come on up. Good. Now you can take peace fingers if you want and reach down and grab your big toe, thumb completes the circle, and kick out, or holding onto the knee. You get to decide here. You can hold on to the knee, but keep popping your chest and breathe here. Breathe in, get taller. Now as you exhale, you're slowly going to let your right leg open over to the right, stretching through the inner thighs. Keep pressing your hips forward. Keep popping your chest. And then gaze over to the left if you can. And again, you can be holding onto that big toe if you want to also. Circulate your breath. Press your hips forward. Open your inner thighs. Pop your chest. Get taller. Breathe in. As you exhale, bring your knee back. Take your hand back to your hips and then point your toe, straighten your legs and reach out through the ball of the foot, sort of like Barbie doll feet. Gaze at your big toe. Squeeze those elbows in. Lift a little higher. Stay tall. Take your eyes to your big toe. Lift a little higher as you breathe in, and then exhale, release. Do a little shimmy. You want to do like a quad stretch or anything. We'll go to the other side. So shift all your weight to the other foot. For me, it's the right foot. Take your hands on your hips and like really squeeze the elbows together and pop your chest. But keep the belly in and the tail coming down. And then inhale, rise that left leg up, parallel to the earth is where we're going. But even if you're just bouncing on your toe, you're still receiving the benefits here. Otherwise, leg is coming up. You can have peace fingers to grab that big toe. You can also hold on to the knee. Try to keep hips square. So my hips are kind of wonky right now, but we're trying to keep them square. And breathe. If you want to challenge yourself, you can try looking up or even closing your eyes. On your next exhale, slowly peel that leg open as much as it can. And then slowly look over your right shoulder and even find something on the earth to the right that's not moving. Keep popping your chest. Breathe. Let me hear your breath. Inhale, come back to center, both hands on your waist, then straighten your leg, reach through the ball of the foot, look at that big toe and breathe. Building strength and concentration here, balance in the mind. Lift a little higher. And then release. Anything that feels good here, a little shimmy. Inhale the arms up. We're going to lower all the way to the earth. So pick up your heels. We're going to go nice and slow. It's like you're sliding your back down a wall. Lift those heels up. Should be a nice little massage on your toes. Whoa, wobbly. It's all right. Sliding down. Lift the heels up. Sliding down nice and slow. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Nice and slow, nice and slow. And then come down. Then let's lift up. One more here. One more. Efforting. Navasana, boat pose. Fight against gravity. Breathe in. Expand yourself. Lift up. Lift up. Feel your core. Feel your power. This is where action comes from. This is your power chakra. Lift a little bit higher. Lift, lift, lift. Breathe in. And then exhale. Let yourself roll back. Anything that feels good. Knees into the chest. Maybe even a good morning stretch here. So that will really stretch your core, just reaching yourself apart. Bring your right knee into the chest. You can hook it in your elbow, really squeeze your ascending colon there, reach through that left foot, and then we'll take it over for a twist here. Just notice this twist compared to the one from when you started. If you have a favorite twist, you can do that one here. And straighten the top leg out, getting a little more into the outside, you decide. When you're complete there, come back to center. Give yourself a squeeze. Let's curl up, curl up, curl up. And then release, right leg extends. Hook that left knee into the armpit, even hug into that descending colon. Give yourself a little pinch, pinch, pinch there. And then cross that knee over to the other side. Open that left arm, twist here. And then come back to center. Let's end with a happy baby. So letting your knees go wide, and you can just grab your feet and keep your feet down, or you take your feet up to the heavens, reach between the knees, hold on to the outside of the foot. If you can't quite get there, you can hold on to your ankle or your calf. And just play here, rock side to side. Pull down with your hands, press up with your feet, align your pelvis, feel your spine on the earth. Nudge those knees apart with your elbows. And then inhale, release all the limbs up to the heavens and just give yourself a final shake here. Just a nice shake, just shaking off any final energy that's not serving you. Just really getting things moving. This is like an inversion since our feet are above our heart. And let yourself go splat. Maybe you want to come back to the soles of the feet together, knees wide for your Shavasana here, or more traditional Shavasanas with the legs long. If low back is tender, keep the knees standing up, knock them in, feet are out. So finding your Shavasana. And for our meditation today, we'll do an affirmation before we completely surrender down into Shavasana. So you can repeat after me, or in your mind or out loud. I am enough. I have always been enough, and I will always be enough. I am enough. I have always been enough, and I will always be enough. One more time. I am enough with conviction. I have always been enough, and I will always be enough. Only love, all is well. Turn off your engines. Just surrender down into Ananda, into your bliss from your practice. And be here now. Allow space to be between the teeth and the lips, tongue sinking towards the back of the throat. Allow the eyeballs to be heavy in their sockets, just sinking back. So often our eyes are moving forward. We want them to sink back, to rest. And let the bones and muscles be even heavier, just surrendering down into the earth. She can support you. He's got you. And allow your skin to be slack, like wax dripping off a candle. You are completely relaxed. You're in that parasympathetic nervous system, that part of you that is rest and digest, tend and befriend, that part of you that allows you to respond versus react, that part of you that is connected to consciousness and to nature and to the universe. Feel free to stay in this place as long as you can and take this into the rest of your day. Namaste.